everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Study with Soumya. Make sure to subscribe this channel if you haven't subscribed yet. This channel is definitely going to be helpful for you. Also, do like this video, do share this video with your friends as well. In this video, we are going to solve a coding question for InfyTQ. So as you all must be knowing that the students have InfyTQ exam on 2nd and 3rd April, right? So make sure to start your preparation for InfyTQ. So in this video, we will solve the problem. So in InfyTQ, only two coding languages are allowed, that is either Java or Python. So make sure to choose the language wisely. Choose the language in which you are good at and confident about, right? And in the same language, you have to solve the questions. You have to solve the coding part, right? So let's see the question first, and then we will see the approach and solve the question. So this question was recently asked in a coding exam. That's why I included this in the video. Okay. So question says, Siddhi was playing an interesting game based on run length encoding algorithm. She took a string and returned the compressed version of the string using run length encoding algorithm. The algorithm works by taking the occurrence of each repeating character and output that number along with a single character of the repeating sequence, right? So for example, let me explain the scene, what is written in the question with the help of example. So basically what is given, a string is provided to you, and in the output you have to first give the number of times the string has been repeated, and then you have to associate the character. For example, in this string you can see S has been repeated thrice, so that's why we are getting in the output 3S. Then then T has been repeated twice, so we are getting 2T. Then Y is only once, so 1Y, 1U, 1G, 1H. Right? So this is how Siddhi is implementing run length algorithm. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to take the string as input. Okay, we have to take the string as the input, and in the output we have to give the number along with a single character of the repeating sequence. So this is what we have to do. So basically, as if two languages are allowed, so I will solve the problem using Python. So you first understand the approach and then you can implement the same using Java. So what I will do, I will solve this problem using dictionary in Python. The dictionary is a very famous and very used data structure of Python. So what we can do, we can store the character as key, each character as key, and the repetition or the frequency of the character as value, right? So for example, this is your string SSSTTYUGH. Okay, so what we will do, we will go through each and every character of the string one by one, and what we will do, we will check if this particular character is already present in the dictionary, so we will increment the value by 1, the value associated with the character by 1, right? This is what we will do. Otherwise, if this is not the case, if this character is not present in the dictionary, so what we will do, we will give the value to this particular character as 1. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So after going through all the characters from the given string, we'll be having a dictionary containing key value pairs, where key is the character and value is the repetition or frequency of character. Next, what we can do, we can just simply go through key and value pair of the dictionary and first print the value, then the key, right? So this is what we can do. So pretty easy problem it is. Let us see the implementation to make it more clear. So here, let's take S. So S is denoting the string that we are taking as input. So you must be knowing that by default, each and every object of the Python is considered as a string, right? Next, let's take a dictionary D. Okay. Now what we have to do, so we have to run a loop till the length of a string. So you must be knowing that this len is the inbuilt function present in the Python. Now we will check if s of I in D is in, right? So here we are checking if the character on which we are currently is already present in the dictionary. So what we have to do, we have to increment 1 to the value of this particular character. Otherwise, what we have to do, so if this is a new character and like it is not present in the dictionary, so we have to just associate 1 with this particular character, right? So now let me print the dictionary also so that it can be more clear for you. So let's first run our code. So I'm giving A, B, B, C, D, E. So you can see A has been repeated twice, so that's why we are getting A2, B also 2, C1, D1, E1, right? Now what we can do, so now what we will do, we will simply run a loop for K comma V in D dot items. Next we will print K comma V, right? So let's run the loop. A, B, B, C, D, E. Okay, so this is how we are getting the things. Okay, first of all, okay, we have to interchange the value that B should be first and then K. Next, this is the sequence that we want, that the count and the character for all the different characters should be on the same line and there should be no space. So how to do this in Python? Let me show. What we can do, we can simply use, first let me interchange this, the V comma K comma and equal to. So as if you don't want the new line every time, so we can put and equal to this double quotes. So let us run the again CDE. Okay, but one thing, can you notice that there is some sort of a space? So for this we can put the separator as, by default if you won't mention separator, so separator is a blank space, but we don't want any sort of a space between the characters, right? So that's why I'm using separator as this one. So let's run the code now. So you can see now we are getting the expected output 2A, 2B, 1C, 1D, 1E. Next thing, if this is looking somewhat confusing to you, so the what you can do, let's take a variable res equal to double quotes, and so we have res equal to res plus, since v is of integer type, so we have to do the type conversion, so strv plus k, right? And here just print the res, right? So if the key if the end keyword and this scp keyword is confusing for you, so you can do in this manner also. So aa bb cde, so you can see we are getting the expected output. So I hope the question is clear for you and you can implement the same kind of logic in Java also. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe the channel. Make sure to like this video. Bye bye.